All right, here we are. It's Friday for me. I don't know what day it is for you, but welcome to the channel. If you're new, I'm Jimmy. We're making it work. We're about to spend a day on flat rate. It won't be quite this dark most of the time though, unless we get under a dashboard or something really tight quarters where you can't bring a lot of lighting into the studio setting. You guys know we like to have top-notch audio, video. Our scripts are second to none. We do the best we can, and we try to make it work. Learn things, have fun, keeping the world moving. You know the deal if you've been around a while. I'm literally going to take you to work with me today. No other YouTube channel I know of does it. They make you videos, show you a little something about a repair maybe, which is cool, that's admirable. But I am literally at work, making a living for my family, and videoing most of my day. I know there's a lot of kids watching, so some of it I have to edit out. Sorry about that. Unless you're a member, then as soon as I have time, I usually put together a members video, and you can see it gets a little racier and some of that stuff, because it's a hard job. Anything rewarding is going to take some effort, right? Well, most people try to make things easier on themselves. I try to make them harder, it seems like. It's not on purpose though. It was a beautiful morning this morning, 64 degrees. Maybe it's going to be a cool day today and stay in the 70s or something. We'll see. It's been reasonably nice all week, although it's been raining a ton. Hope it's nice where you're at. Spring has sprung for most of us, and I'm sure there's just a few of you left. We're going to get some spring soon. There's some viewers from Australia and England, like Paul from England, and there's viewers all around the world, so I guess the weather can vary for some of you quite a bit from what we're seeing. You're on the opposite side of the globe. We're not here for geography either. I do want to have a good time, try to learn a thing or two. Maybe you guys will teach me something. Maybe I can teach you something. It's a two-way street, and Giuseppe doesn't even work there anymore. So what happened? I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm gonna have to empty the garbage today because it's overflowing over by we wash our hands too. Someone's gonna have to empty it eventually, because when you put an object on the garbage can, it rolls off on the floor. It's time to empty it. Let's finish getting this place open up. See what we can do to make it a productive day. Looks like there's a lot going on. There's a monster truck out in the parking lot with like 36-inch tires, and it's a Tundra. It's literally like that high, T-Rex height. Let's get this place open up and get started. Stay tuned. Well, drive shaft's on the way. Axle's already here. If I get the axles back in, here comes with new bolts. Look at that. If I get the axles back in, at least the car will be mobile as far as we can push it, and I could have my lift back. I mean, I don't want to go a whole month with nothing but the shop's cars in my bay. Makes these bolts feel extra tight. They must come loose real easy. So they over-engineered it like they do a lot of stuff over at the Euro car factory. This is absolutely beautiful. Wait till you see it. Look at this. It's going to be like a brand new car. How did we get it out of there? Do you remember? Okay, I think I went like this. The sway bar link is really in the way. I could take it off, but that's another part of the process that I want to avoid. Must have done it like this. I don't want to hit the seals and stuff. Sometimes you can do that and get them in. Sometimes you can't. Other side. Love that thing up, baby. Your mom will buy you a new one if you blow it up. Don't worry about it. Excellent. Should be able to get that done.
How's this going?
Man, it's going so good. It's ridiculous. That's how good it's going. You gotta take this plastic cap out of here. You got a neat protective cap. Oh, it's rubbery. Okay, that's fine. Now I can use my old bolt. Try to persuade this axial in. The problem is the brake stuff's kind of in the way. Right. I don't think I can even coerce it like I hoped. I really thought I was going to pop these in about 30 minutes, but not working that way. What the heck are you listening to? Why did the receptionist do that? Oh, there it goes. Oh, yeah. Ha! Success! Sometimes if you just fight with it a while, oh, you guys, it's not even pointing in the right direction. You rookie. I'll tape the other side better. I've been fighting with it and fighting with it and fighting with it, and all of a sudden, clink. Can't explain it. That's why you just never give up. Went and visited with the gear wrench man, paid my bills. I owe $300 somehow. I think because I bought that Milwaukee ratchet. Forgot about that. That's why. Big spender. The clip was fighting me, but I finally jiggled it enough and plunk. Right in it. So sometimes you got to hold your lip right. Problem solved. And then the nuts were 21, I believe. This axle bolt, I want to say I'm gonna have to torque that thing to like 300 foot-pounds, or it's like 96 foot-pounds plus 90 degrees or something ridiculous. I have to double check. It gets tightened a lot, let's put it that way. How was this? Okay, this was a clip-on plastic doodad. You feed it through the holes. Lock it in with this. This is actually a pretty ingenious design. Pretty elaborate to make that mold. Unless they 3D printed it, I don't know. This is somebody said in a video I watched. He says, nowadays they 3D print the whole vehicle and sell it to you for $70,000. I'm like, well, 3D printing is expensive. It's not cheaper. 3D printing's popular because you can make one item for way less than it used to cost to machine it and all that. But if you're going to try to mass produce things, it's expensive. 3D printing is time consuming. I knew it would fit. Once I put you guys in there nice and close to help me out. Once I put the wheel on so I can torque this back on the ground later, we'll be good with that. I'm going to button the other side up. And I'm not sure, I think I got to do a valve cover gasket. The dealer told someone their valve cover gasket was leaking on their Ford Escape. So we'll see about that. Right after we tighten this 10mm and don't walk away and distract ourselves with a squirrel or a bunny rabbit. I haven't taken the tent down yet. I was thinking we're going to have a slow day soon, but it hasn't happened. So that's good though, actually. But I do want to get the tent out of everybody's way. Crazy. He had a 3/8 one in a plastic bin on the truck. I said, oh, 50% off. He started laughing. I guess not. The 3/8 version's probably perfect for that. It's too powerful for quarter drive. I think I mentioned that. These are the bolts that held the main drive shaft to the differential. And this is for the exhaust crossover bracket. I think I filmed that last night. I'm not sure. I think I did. It's going to be a surprise what we're doing next. Probably the Ford Escape. What we have here is a 68,000 mile 2016 Ford Escape. Cream of the crop, creme de la creme, top of the line SUV. Top of the line, man, slightly inaccurate. Very popular cars. Nothing's really easy on them though. We work on them a lot. This is the one that has that purge valve that's like 9 hoses and connects the driver's seat to the headlights, it seems like. I might be exaggerating a little, but we're gonna do a valve cover gasket. We're gonna take the wiper cowl off to do it, which is fine. It's 3.5 hours labor for a 4-cylinder valve cover gasket. Should be fun. I'm thinking at least as much fun as a BMW battery when you close the trunk by mistake. We'll see. I'm gonna do it one way or another and figure it out. I did not bring a 15mm for these wiper nuts, but while I'm here I can make sure I don't need anything else before I go back to my toolbox. There's a bunch of clips, and not Mitsubishi clips, I mean like metal clips that some might want to call them clasps. They just squeeze 2 pieces of plastic together. Pretty simple. And the way they're designed, they push on and don't push off. They tear the plastic a little bit, but you hope over the lifespan of the car you only have to take this wiper cowl off 20 or 30 times and it'll be alright. More than that, you might have to replace some plastic. I've got a 7, 8, and 10. I brought 3 different size Torx, even though I think those might be the only Torx involved in this thing. Now that's, once the wipers are off, that should be close. There's probably push pins or push clips on it. I think we'll be alright. Let's grab a 15 and come back at it. This should do it. I'm gonna make sure I didn't reset the power. If you haven't seen my other videos, if you use that technique where you leverage this arm, be careful of the glass. For those of you that are new, because it will crack. If you hit it just right, it gets very upset about the whole thing. Next thing you know, you got the social workers involved. It's a big mess. You gotta be careful because sometimes there is a hidden screw or something silly. Sometimes you just pull it. Now you thought you were in there, right? No. You got more stuff to take off. You got to take the inner plastic panel off. And this isn't hard, but it's one of the few vehicles where you got to do this to access the engine in a 4-cylinder car. But this is also a car that to change the battery is, I should probably put a battery. Oh, all of you get out. You should have seen that. It was spectacular. Tools went flying across the shop. I found my 15. Don't worry about it. I'll be all right. We got it back. There's my imagination. Only 4 bolts hold this whole thing on. Got my reservoir. I need to get that held out of the way. This is the turbo inlet from the air filter down to the turbo. I guess I'm gonna have to disconnect that from the turbo somewheres. A couple of little stud Roonies, a couple 10s, couple, looks like the clamps are 7s. Put a personal assistant on the reservoir. I should have got the tool guy to warranty this out. The magnet came off a long time ago. Now this should push up. You could put a tool in here and open them that way too. Now put this back so it doesn't get lost. Another fun fact. This clamp uses an 8mm socket, and this clamp uses a 7. Not sure why, but now you know. Bring both with you. Oh, there is a hose back here, but I think I can get that afterwards. Yeah. when I had a sport bike. I had a high performance muffler, Acropovic, but I didn't have a no muffler on it like that. But hey, you know, that's what makes him happy. Cops knowing where he is for 2 miles around. That's up to you, man. Holy moly, what the hell? The guy went by with a trailer that had one tire missing, and he's going like 75 and a 45. That's crazy. People are nuts, man. You pulling a trailer, missing a tire, speeding. Maybe he's late. I don't know. Hopefully it's something important. Oh, got it. I gotta take this hose off somehow or not. There it is. You squeeze both sides. It's all part of the process. 4-cylinder valve cover gasket. Now I'm gonna have to get these coils out of here. I think we're doing spark plugs too. 70,000 miles. I think it's supposed to be done at 60, so we're gonna toss some spark plugs in there while we're in here. Man, this is so odd. What are these? Oh, that pops off. Oh yeah, it does. Look at that. Wiggle it a few times. Wiggle it just a little bit. Now this piece here is separate from the valve covers underneath it. I've never done one of these, obviously, so I'm just as baffled as you are. We'll figure it out, I think. If we don't, we'll just look for YouTube videos about it. Oh, I like those connectors, boy. I didn't expect them to come right off like that. That's nice. And we got quite a few though. Don't get too happy about it, buddy. This goes down. This goes up. This is a very secure wiring harness. I guess that's a good thing. You do any hardcore off-roading with your Escape, you don't want stuff going all over the place. That didn't make it. Oh, actually, yes it did. Just one little piece popped off of it. There's another one here. This clamp and this clamp are going to have to come off, I'm supposing, but oh, you got to take the cam phaser solenoids out because there's a bolt underneath the valve cover. For the valve cover. See it in there? That's cool. These are just breather hoses, I think. And they go to the actual valve cover underneath this upper piece. I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit, but really unusual. What's a lot of this stuff for? 4 coils and 8. Just spinning. Not doing anything more. I don't know what that is. Holy moly. Hey, what could go wrong, Ford? Melting coils and burning out PCMs for a decade wasn't enough. They said, you know what we need to do? Make the coils more complicated. Good plan. Oh, every manufacturer is doing the same nonsense. But don't worry, they're making it so you also can't buy parts to keep your old cars on the road. Don't worry, it's not on purpose though. It's just all a strange coincidence. There's 2 8s back here. I didn't think they held it, but they must. Oh, they're not 8s, they're 7s. Maybe they don't hold it. I got to get a mirror or something. Yeah, they do. They just made those 2 bolt 7s instead. Okay. Keep in mind too, I haven't taken the spark plugs out because the plugs aren't here yet. But like I've said before, the last thing you want is an open spark plug hole while you take all these other little bolts and stuff out. I hope while they design the stuff, they're at least doing the... I shall ask for $1 million. Look at that thing, huh? Is that the coolest thing you've ever seen, or what? Is that not the coolest thing you've ever seen?
Sparky plugs.
Thank you, sir.
Wait, what are they called? Sparkulators?
Sparkulators. What have they done? Goodness gracious. I'm guessing they want you to replace these lines and stuff too. That's normally how they roll. They're like, oh yeah, just change everything. Well, you have to open the hood, replace the hood. Driver's door. Every 2 years you should replace the driver's door because you get in and out a lot. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I don't know what the real plan is, but I'm tired of even thinking about it at this point. Camera's just running and running and running. Gonna have 3 hours worth of footage to do again. Nice. I also clean all my flanges when I have it open or take it apart. They'll clean all the oil that's been running down from the valve cover in the back of the motor. I'm going to clean it from underneath as well when I'm done up top. Where the heck is it? Hear them. Oh, two P51s side by side, and I missed them. Every once in a while they go by, but you hear it for like 2 seconds, and they're not even going fast. I'm just holding slow. Get back to work. Focus on what you're doing. Now that you brought my sparkulators, might as well pop them in. Look at that. I said, why don't we get Ford Motorcraft if we're going to do it? Full Moco, baby. Battery's dying on my tool. Makes sense. I don't think I've put a battery in that thing. Probably a month or two. Nice. Didn't even need to check them. But I don't know that till I check them. Definitely the original plug, so. What kind of catastrophe awaits? Is this fuel rail over the valve cover? Are you guys serious right now? That's why it pays so much labor. You got to take the injectors out of the cylinder head to do this valve cover. My goodness, Becky. Oh, wow. That's amazing. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that. There's no way they could have done it any different. No, well, it wasn't that tight. Remove and replace. You got it. That feels extra silly to me. Couldn't the fuel rail have been straighter? I don't know. I'm not going to try to re-engineer it. They're smarter than me. And I'm not being sarcastic. I like messing around with that stuff and pretending I know, but I have no idea the level that they're going to when they design this stuff. And, you know, you want to think you know, but you don't. You only know about everything when you're on the internet, and then you really know your stuff, and you can correct everybody and tell them all they're stupid because they don't agree with you or whatever. That's what I love about the internet. You get way smarter when you log on. Well, you don't really, but you feel like you do, and that's what's really important. You got to kind of pull this off straight and at the same time, which is, I'm going to go back and forth and just keep working it up. I'm going to guess they make a special tool for this. A J tool, $400 or $500 that you put on here and slide hammer the rail up or something. I don't know. But the part I do know is we don't have it and we're not getting one. Oh, it's out now. Oh yeah. Don't crack anything, just gentle. Yeah. Some of them came out the way I thought, some of them came out not the way I thought. Now I want to clean my mess up. Asking about O-rings. I'm guessing the valve cover set doesn't come with injector O-rings. Got to order those separate. Anybody know what these are for? They got me 2 of these. I'm not sure what they're for. There's some gas, a little bit of oil in there. I got to clean back out. So I don't want it in the spark plug wells for sure. And there's a bunch of little crevices and stuff in there. Trying to minimize it. Some of it will evaporate. Some of it will not. All right, well, you know, we look at this and we go, hey, at least you're at the valve cover now. And I'm like, well, I'm really not, because these solenoids are in the way. And it almost looks like this injector might be in the way. The valve cover, by the way, goes from here around to here. It doesn't, this is a separate part that the fuel pump mounts on. And that doesn't look like it's leaking at all. It's all the plastic. If I pull these 2 cam actuator solenoids out of the way, I'll probably be much closer to success. Oh, this sensor's in the way too. Durr. Why wouldn't it be? I felt like I had Loctite on it. Yep. All right. Sweet. Well, at least they got a good sense of humor. Isn't that cool? That was fun. Got to clean some things up. Got to get any of the old RTV out of these joints here, 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 and here. Soak a rag, wipe down the rails real nice. They sell products, surface prep products and stuff, but basically what I see it as brake clean. That's what it seems like to me. The couple times I've tried using it to see if it made a difference, I didn't notice a difference. You guys that have used them, tell me if you see a big difference. Maybe I should be using them more often. But it's another expense because you're going to charge the customer for it. And I don't really see a benefit on my end so far. So I'll just get this rag a little soaked. You could spray it right on the rail if you're careful and you don't try not to spray the cam lobes. I've mentioned before, I was checking for dust and dirt. The tiniest little bit of oil doesn't seem to be a big problem, but you don't want loads of oil all over it. So, oh, I got a valve cover and a valve cover gasket. Cool. This should come with the gasket, I would assume. Comes with the bolts because they're part of the valve cover. Yep, comes with the gaskets. This little check valve deal. There's usually breather elements involved in these valve covers and stuff now, and they're super fragile. They start leaking oil. Unless it's $800 and you don't change it. Fairly inexpensive compared to the labor involved. Let's freshen up our RTV right here. It's been a while since I needed any RTV. You don't use RTV working on classic cars. Well, that's not really true. I honestly haven't done a water pump, valve cover gasket, or anything like that where I would use RTV probably in a month. That's why this is acting all fool. You can put a decent little blob on each joint. And then we'll put the new valve cover on. It's going to be like a brand new car. Do I need to put the cap back on? I don't think so. Might be its last use. Anytime RTV is even mildly compromised, you just need to throw it in the trash. Get it. It used to be $4, now it's like $12 or something, I guess, but still, it's not worth the headache of going through the repair again. Gaskets all in place. RTV 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Should be good. Ryan's going to war with the neighbors. They blocked the drive so we can't use it. They owe us like $6,000 or something. Last time we talked to them about it, they started throwing F-bombs. So they blocked the driveway because that's our convenient road test road. They literally put big steel beams across the road and they put signs up, private road. And they have to move the beams when they get a big delivery truck in. They build cranes. So they have to move the beams for themselves.
Oh, those valves ever came in?
Yeah.
Good.
Came with the gasket.
What were all the other gaskets?
I don't know.
No? Okay. Yeah,
This little ratchet is a monster. No clutch whatsoever. So anyway, called the police on them. The police were like, well, it's their properties, they can block it. So Ryan's like, okay, we'll block the entryway to the drive. He's moving a bunch of cars over there to block the way so they can't get deliveries. Eventually there'll be lawyers involved and stuff. I'm guessing. He's not going to let up. So we'll see who really has control of the area on the drive. Next, I think, is the fuel rail. Oh, I got to get the oil fill cap off the old valve cover too. It didn't come with one. Now, this might seem extreme, but trust me, I'm hitting it gently. What's up?
One of your fans called. He says he wants to pass by.
Okay. Harness is on. I can't put that on until the next layer. It feels a little silly to say on a 4-cylinder. You got layers of stuff. You got layers you got to do.
You know what's bad about this too? Will there be an upper and lower part to it?
Is it an aftermarket water pump?
No, it's from Genesis. The upper part off, along with the lower part, just to get the shit out.
The way you said that? No. Have you ever seen a guy on TikTok? He starts off like with sports. He's showing his wife, talking about, if you step over this line right here, one team's on this side, your team's on this side, what's it called? She goes, offsides. He goes, yeah. And then he goes, but if your offense steps over the line, what's that called? She's like, offsides. He goes, no, false start. You have to see it. It's hysterical. I could put this on, but I'm taking a risk. I don't remember exactly where it goes. I do know this part goes here. I just don't, I'm hoping it It doesn't interfere with any of the other stuff that goes above it. I'm going to do the above it stuff next, which is this cool rubbery foam guy, which stops you from seeing if there's any fuel leaks. So that's cool. They got a lot. That's very intricate to make that. What are they? Okay, someone approved all that spending, but I remember days when they would cut corners to save $1, and now it seems like they're just making everything. I don't know, whatever. Don't try to figure it out, Jimmy. It'll just make your face hurt. Upper plastic piece on next, I suppose, because I can't put the coils in until this is in. This is just so ridiculous. It's good stuff. This has to get put in somewhere around here, I'm guessing. I'm gonna plug this in and snap this clip on, also known as a clipper doodle. Now, it should allow me to install the coils. Oh, and I got another sound insulator. Don't forget that guy. We'll be able to drive down the road here and this thing clackety-clacking. Oh, the dipstick. I got that too. Oh yeah. It's coming right along. Look at this. It's kind of cool. I think the bouncing is the... Man, you can't even... I sense trouble. You can't even feel where the freaking spark plug hole is. That's crazy. What the hell are you guys doing over there at the Ford engineering department? A spark plug socket and an extension. Okay, it goes straighter than I'm thinking, I suppose. What in the heck, man? Wow. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. Well, strangest thing I've seen today, I should say, not ever. I've seen a lot of strange stuff lately. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Alright. Well, you gotta put it on a stud and a turbo at the same time, I guess. That's fine. We could do that. Yeah. That one, that one. What else do I got? Oh, one of these. One of these. I tighten a couple of clamps. I think I'm gonna let the RTV set up a little while, huh? I like to give it a half hour, even an hour if I can, to set up before I start it up and splash oil all over it and stuff. So we'll tighten up some clamps, tighten up these nuts. I could just put it all together and be done with it. I'm sure it's going to be fine. I was pretty careful. But I really like to be 100% on the fuel system stuff especially. But I can't really even see it. So all I'm going to be able to do is start it up and look around my flash. You can't even see anything. It would have to just be pouring gas out the side of the valve cover if something's leaking really bad. We're just going to put it all together. How about that? Tighten all the clamps, get the wiper cowl back on. And maybe by then, it'll be time to start it up. The RTV will be cured up nice. If you have oil running through all the RTV when it's not set up yet, then it can cause leaks because it makes its own little leak path. Let's make sure we have audio. Okay, we do. Trying to run a top-notch operation. We have to be sure. You guys saw this all coming apart. Not very exciting, is it? 4 bolts, bunch of push pins, clipper doodles across the front, and we'll give it the old starter-rooney and see how it goes. I think it's going to be good. I got a good feeling. With the brilliant engineering that's taking place before my very eyes, I can only see good things happening. Look at even the radiator cap. Look where the radiator cap is. Why couldn't the radiator cap be here? Anybody know? The rest of it you've seen. Got the keys to a classic Mustang. Another shop couldn't get the lug nuts off. Pull it on the lift right here. It'll only take a second. We're storing the old girl. Gonna be like new when we're done. I don't know why you keep messing with my tools like that. That's just me, and I haven't done anything to you. 2000 Mustang with 217,000 miles. It's the V6 variety sports car. See if we can get these wheels off. Not sure what the big deal was. They came right off. Of course, all the lug nuts, the threads are basically pulling out of the nuts, and they've been jammed on there. You see the threads, how boogered up they are. A couple of the nuts are okay, but I say we need 20 lug nuts. I pulled the threads out of the studs, unwound them, ran my taps down all the studs. They're actually okay. 3 of the studs had threads on them. I think his nuts are all just, he's basically got a really ugly, nasty, smelly nuts. They're all stripped and stuff. The metal's fatigued from age. Some of them probably original 26-year-old lug nuts. Who knows how many times they've been on and off. So someone I wanted to keep that as a memento. Someone has definitely shaved his nuts, I'll tell you that. We're gonna have to, got good brakes though. I don't know why he was worried about the brakes. He said a tire store couldn't get his wheels off. They were spinning. So I took off, there was only 2 or 3 tight ones on each wheel. I took them off, spun the other one while I pulled on the wheel, and they came right off. But you can see there's like no threads, which is good, because if the threads were in there, it probably would have been shoved onto that stud so bad it would have damaged the stud and the nut, and would have been a bigger fiasco to get it apart. Every wheel. So that's where we're at. This is actually a replacement strut. It looks like Spectrum. So car needs a little love, but it's all there. All the bones are good, no rust, pretty solid. It's a V6 car, but could LS swap it. The real reason I got you guys, I'm gonna fire this thing up. We didn't do drivability, just maintenance tune-up and fix an oil leak, but it's always fun after you have the fuel system opened to start one for the first time. Let it build up fuel pressure. Got to fill all the fuel lines and stuff, so it's running good. No misfires, no check engine light.
I think it's a fake thread.
Yep. You take this thing for a drive, of course. I'm gonna shut the hood first. That'd be silly. And we'll let's back it up a little bit. It's easier to get in and out of the door. Take it for a short drive. This thing will be done. We'll see what else we can get done today. This turned out to be a pretty good ticket. All the whining and complaining turned things around, and it got way better. So that's why I do it. Oh, this does have a little rust on that rear quarter panel. I just noticed. That's a shame. Put you guys back on charge. Take this for a drive and go get something to eat. Just about 1 o'clock. That's when it's lunch. And then we'll see what else we can do today. So far, it's been a really good week, actually. All the moaning, crying, complaining, re-engineering stuff. I think I'm at like 60 hours already. Still got a few hours in the day. See what else we can get done today. Well, that is awesome. Garth just stopped by. Not Garth Brooks. Garth and Doug from Canada. Thanks for the informative and entertaining content on your channel. $50 bill. My goodness gracious, guys. That's amazing. You guys are awesome. I didn't get to put him on camera. You guys were charging up. I think he's gone now. Maybe I'll make a cameo if he didn't leave yet. Garth just stopped by. Gave a nice gift to the channel. I wanted to put him on camera and say thanks to you guys. Thanks to you.
Hello, everybody.
Friday.
Good man, Jimmy.
You'll be in the video next Friday.
Next Friday? Perfect.
Appreciate it.
Take care.
$50, man. That's awesome. Anytime you guys come out and say hi, that's enough. You don't have to do that kind of stuff. But when someone does that, it's just like, I just really feel like it's all the effort is paying off. If someone cares enough to give you cold hard cash, that's awesome. And not everyone's in a position to give a cash donation or to join the memberships or any of that stuff. And like I always say, you guys don't have to do that kind of stuff. It's awesome when you can, and you do. But just leaving a comment, torquing the like button, stuff like that helps the channel a lot, and that's much appreciated. And it doesn't cost anything, at least not this week. I'm not sure what YouTube might do next week. Oh, look at this. We got wheel locks, a whole bunch of wheel locks. We're gonna put all wheel locks on this car, I suppose. But I'm not sure if these are the right ones. See how small the taper is compared to this? I don't think these are the right nuts, but nope, I'm not thinking they're the right nuts. So we may have to, I don't even want to cut this open yet. I'm just gonna show them the difference. What happens is these nuts, they won't quite tighten up and it'll pull through the wheel basically. So I gotta have them get me the right ones. We're gonna do it. Got a new front drive shaft. Didn't think it would happen that quick. Took the transmission cross member out of the way. Slides off this spline after you unbolt it from here, but I did all that earlier. It says to take the cat out. I'm trying to do it without doing that because boy, it's a little rusty. Although it does look like a bolt and a nut. Worst case scenario, I guess I could cut it. But I'm gonna see if I can fit it, because you need the room to put it in and put it above the diff. Move it forward about 3 inches, maybe 4 inches to get on this spline. And then you slide it back onto that. And by the time you get it all the way back, it should drop onto the flange. That's the theory. But this might have to be out of the way. Kind of playing with it at the end of the day here, see if we can get it done too. We'll have a really good week if we do. And this is cruise vacation paycheck. I'll get next Friday. So the more we can do, the better. Let's see. This just floats around in here. There is a key. See that spline's missing. So I took the new one and I marked where that spline is in there on the outside, so it's a little easier to find it. The problem is I don't expect this to work. I just expect to try it and waste a bunch of time doing so. And that's how I roll. Oh, that's just for a splash pad. Okay. So I can tweak it back, I'm guessing. There's a lot more going on up front of this drive shaft with the yoke not broken. I think you gotta have it at an angle where the cat is. So.
Saya.
Yes, sir. Oh, my nuts.
265.
My nuts
Sir,
got
the weight
much,
of your nuts. How do you carry these around all day?
my nuts got much larger now.
They're just such massive, giant chrome nuts.
I have massive nuts now. Thank you, sir, for the large nuts.
You're very welcome, sir.
I'll put these on this Mustang. I was gonna try to get that front drive shaft in, but it looks like I gotta move the cat and the bolts are rusty. So I was trying not to, but I wasn't having any luck, and now my nuts are here. So I'm gonna get all over my big chrome nuts.
Anyway, what was you saying?
Once I knock this out, if there's enough time left in the day, I might get the Mercedes done too. We'll see. I already cleaned all the studs up. You guys might have witnessed that. I'm not sure if I filmed it. I ran my thread chaser up and down. The studs are half 20 threads, which just means half-inch diameter. The thread pitch is 20. And we're good. And I put a little bit of anti-seize, which I don't like to do, but it's either that or $600 for new wheel studs. I'm trying to save his studs. They do have a lifespan. You only take your wheels on and off so many hundreds of times before the studs and nuts wear out. Getting arm pump. Jeez. There's two keys across from each other, it looks like. And I still don't know if it's gonna fit this way. But we're close. We are close. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. I don't design them, I just install them. They say the cat's in the way, but to me, the engine and transmission are in the way. I can't get it down enough to line it up with the splines. So I'm not sure what they plan, but we're close. But no cigar. We're gonna be 8 millimeters off, I'm guessing. 'Cause that's what you're supposed to be. 8 millimeters away from making it happen. Yeah, see, if I don't have the cat in there, the exhaust manifold's in the way. I can't line those up. The manifold, not necessarily. I'm too high to be near the cat. That's going to prove to be a challenge. If I can get the spline lined up, I was hoping to go back 4 inches and try to get it over the lip and onto this flange, thinking I was going to be pretty smart. And now I'm realizing I'm no smarter than anyone else. I think this thing is 2.4 or 2.8 hours or something. I don't know. I don't know. Mercedes guys. You Mercedes guys are like, I'd have that done an hour ago. What are you doing? I guess if the cat wasn't there, you could have the drive shaft to the side of the differential. But the floor is right here. It's going to hit the floor. I don't know. It ain't going this way. I know that much. Yeah. Okay. It's not going to happen. I was so happy and optimistic and thinking it was going to work. We got close. But we did not get a cigar. That's the result I was hoping for.
I went too far back.
No, the white dot lines up. Oh, you mean it's called on the
Is it
diff?
lined up? Yeah, it's
It
lined
looks
up.
like it's lined up. But it's got to go, the flange has to go that way, or the splines have to, it hits the transmission right here. It's about 8 millimeters from fitting. It's not really a down on the splines yet.
Okay.
The problem is it's caught in the diff probably, and it's got to come back about 1 inch. I'm just trying to hold them kind of lined up, but I'm not.
You gotta go up a little higher. Shit there and give us room to slide it back. So let me see if I can hold it into the spline while you turn. Okay, hold it. Oh fuck.
Looks like it's too much of an angle. one video I watched, the guy that had a 3-minute video. He's like, yeah, take the cat out and slide it back in there and just give it a little tap to get it on. Just make sure you catch that flat key.
All right, see if you can turn it. Because now I got the flat spots where it's not bound as much. So if you can tell me which way I need to go.
Wait, counterclock right there.
Okay.
That looks close. Let me try it some more. Yeah, that's the problem I had. That bolt on was right in the spot where. The guy in the video doesn't show you where he cut it and welded it back together. That's what it is.
I don't know, but that's what
Oh,
it
that's
is.
the O2 sensor bracket.
What if he took that off?
Well, of course, the way this is, we're about 8 millimeters shy of getting it together. Joe and me messed with it for half an hour. We are really burning into the 2.5 hours it pays, because I'm about 3 hours on it so far, and we don't have it in yet. And we got to put the exhaust back in and all that stuff when we're done. But we're as far as we're going with it today, just like we are as far as we're going with the video. Appreciate you guys watching. Torque the like button. Check out the Amazon store. If you want some shirts, we got 5 or 6 different designs in the Sticker Mule store. Stickers, all kinds of cool stuff. For those of you that ask, stickermule.com/JMIW. For more than anything, I appreciate you watching. Hope I see you in another video. Have a great weekend. You're awesome.